Howdy friends, I'm going to be jumping back into the World Order of Baha'u'llah series. I took a much longer hiatus than I expected. Again, if you are on my email list or Patreon, you know all about all the living I've been doing and why I've been gone for a while. I wanted to speak about why I am doing this series on the World Order of Baha'u'llah. Why I have a whole series called The World Order of Baha'u'llah, and why I also speak out against concepts of New World Order. And my recent interview that was on NTD News, Epoch Times show, about the New World Order versus divine civilization. So why am I speaking out about that? Why am I have this whole series on YouTube called The World Order of Baha'u'llah? It is because I believe, as a person of faith, that Baha'u'llah's world order is fundamentally different than these ideas of one world totalitarianism, where there is a squelching of the individual, where there is a limitation, imposed limitations on freedom and choice, and where nations lose their sovereignty. Those are some of the key points that I see with this New World Order talking point, which is basically just World Economic Forum stuff, where there's people who are seen as smart, who get together to consult and make decisions without the awareness or participation, and in my belief, even without the goodwill or good intentions towards the mass of the people. And I believe everything to be successful must be rooted in divinely inspired spiritual principle, not just woo spirituality, but like God-given, rooted religious spiritual principle, and that it must be a groundswell. It must be from the empowerment of the individuals as it rises up through strata of society, not something top down. And so I believe that those negative forces in the world, those negative concepts which are gaining ascendancy, are the direct opposite of Baha'u'llah's world order. And they use some of the same language, which is why it's so important to be deepened, which is why I'm deepening in this book to understand beyond just platitudes and talking points, but really understand what Baha'u'llah is saying, and in this case, further articulated by Shoghi Effendi, the guardian of the Baha'i Faith. So, and the fact that there are linguistic similarities, there are even some thematic similarities, basically that humanity lives on one planet and we are evolved enough and interconnected enough to the point that we must learn to collaborate and consider the needs and wishes and resources of the whole globe. There are similarities, but it's actually an attack on spiritual principle and on the principles of Baha'u'llah to hijack and use the same language. So it's sort of risky for me because I feel like we're just hovering over a target in a way, because I'm very much against those New World Order ideas, and yet I have a whole series called The World Order of Baha'u'llah. But that's because I believe that one is true and one is the inversion, the exact opposite of what it is, and that it's not new. Actually, it's the rotted, decayed death throes of the old, and what we want is this Baha'u'llah's new, lowercase, new as in fresh, world order system of organizing the world, which starts with the empowerment of the individual. I hope I wasn't too all over the place with that. So it's just a reconsecration, and I make this video these videos in this series because I hope that it helps other people study this book. I hope that people stumble upon it and it gives them something to think about. And it's also, as I said long ago, just a way for me to hold myself accountable for my own deepening and study of this book. So it's very much, for me, every bit as much as it is to share any sort of message or anything like that. So I hope you enjoy this series, and if you are a loyal, faithful, regular follower, I am going to do my best to be back at the regular Friday at 2 p.m. And next time we will be jumping into the section called Abdu'l-Baha. In my copy of the book, it is page 131. All right, my friends, until next time, I wish you the best for playing your unique and empowered part in making this world a better place. Catch you next time.